And hi guys, and welcome, my dear Golden Astartes, to this live gameplay overview of Space Marine 2. We're going to see this together and see what it is. Hopefully it's good. We have a lot riding on this game because obviously we have waited for this for quite a while now. And there's a bit of controversy and other stuff like that. Let's see what it really is. And of course guys, I'm going to somehow get the game so I can stream it for you and we can see in person if that is really good or not. And I have finished the previous game and I still replay it with my friend Logan here on the channel. So it's still a very good game. And this should be at least on that same level. And it should be actually a lot better, but you know, modern times, a lot of crap.
Welcome to Space Marine 2, the newest installment in the Warhammer 40,000 franchise. Brought to you by Saber Interactive and Focus Entertainment. I'm Oliver Hollis-Like, creative director on the project, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of the game's story, game modes, progression, and a whole lot more, giving you a taste of what's to come when the game releases on September 9th. Space Marine 2 is a third-person action shooter set in the grim, dark universe of Warhammer 40,000. The game's campaign mode allows you to experience this epic story either solo or with up to 3 players in co-op. Space Marine 2's story begins a century after the events of the first game. Captain Demetrian Titus is a genetically enhanced super soldier and hero of the Ultramarines.
We will eradicate your kind from the galaxy.
Titus has returned to the Ultramarines,
You're a lieutenant now.
where he is demoted to lieutenant
Will that be a problem?
What?
No, Captain.
and forced to prove his loyalty in the heat of battle. On a distant world, he must face one of humanity's most fearsome adversaries, the Tyranids. As you take control of Titus and his fellow battle brothers, Chiron and Gadriel, you'll be thrown into the thick of a war of galactic proportions. Thanks to our unique swarm technology, allowing us to render hundreds of real enemies on screen at the same time. You'll face seemingly endless waves of crawling, running and swooping enemies as far as the eye can see. You must repel the Tyranid invasion and rid the system of the Xenos threat, battling in the claustrophobic jungles of Kadaku, the majestic planet-spanning metropolis of Avarax, and other epic locations. After each successful mission, you'll return to the Battle Barge, a space fortress serving as the Ultramarines' orbital headquarters. Here you can gather crucial intel by interacting with onboard personnel, review your next targets, and tailor your loadout to your upcoming mission.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Whether you prefer close combat or ranged warfare, the Ultramarines' wide range of equipment offers you an array of devastating weapons and unique special abilities. A balanced approach is certainly wise, since performing a brutal melee finisher replenishes your armor and keeps you in the fight for longer. Shred the enemies of humanity with the iconic chainsword, liquefy them with the melter rifle, or crush them with the mighty thunderhammer. How you vanquish the Tyranid invaders is entirely up to you.
Your duty is not yet done.
Beyond the story campaign, you'll find Operations Mode. Here, the focus is on cooperation and replayability. Play as one of 6 classes with unique skills and abilities.
The Emperor provides.
Then develop and customize them to make them your own. Whether you prefer the Sniper's stealth cloak and long-range capabilities, the Vanguard's grapnel launcher, or the Bulwark's chapter banner and storm shield combination, your Space Marine specialty, along with those of your squad mates, will be decisive on the battlefield.
Badass. Absolutely
The more
badass.
missions you play, the more you'll unlock cosmetics for your Space Marine. You'll also earn XP and armory data that you can spend in the Battle Barge's armory to unlock new class perks and improve your armament's performance.
Eternal war demands eternal discipline.
If you're into more competitive challenges, well then you're in for a treat. Enter the fray in our Eternal War mode, where you'll be able to pit yourselves against other players. 6 Space Marines clash against 6 of their sworn Chaos adversaries in arenas inspired by the game's rich settings. Choose your preferred rule set, be it the intense Annihilation Deathmatch, strategic Seize Ground, or the exhilarating Capture and Control. Then engage in adrenaline-pumping matches that will test your skills against players from across the world. Each skirmish offers you the chance to earn more XP and add more weapons to your arsenal as you prove your valor on the battlefield. That's all just a taste of what is to come. We can't wait for you to experience the passion and care that our teams have poured into this game. We've got more surprises in store for you, to be revealed very soon.
In his name I will fight! For the Emperor!
Looks really awesome.
Pre-order the Standard, Gold or Ultra editions and defend humanity on September 9th, when Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 launches on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and PC. Heed the call of war, for your craft is death.
Gonna play it on PC, of course. Okay, guys, I think that was it. But extremely, overall, very, very impressive. If I didn't know any of the crap that has come out lately, you know, but I do, unfortunately. So this is the only thing that worries me. What the heck is going to be the story? How we're going to deal with... I mean, is this writer that's writing the game going to ruin everything or not? Hopefully no, but so far at least everything looks exactly like it should look. So there is actually no warning signs of any kind. Everything looks badass, but... the one thing that we have not seen is the story, how the story mode is going to be like. And we now know that Captain Titus is demoted, which sucks, of course. But then, you know, we don't know how everything is going to go. So yeah, we just have to wait and see, of course. And that's why I want to check the game for myself so I can have my own opinion and inform you, of course, guys. But as far as the gameplay and the things that we are going to be able to do, that's a lot better, of course, than the original game. So that is something. But for me, it's most important for them to get the story right. Because I just love to play the story. I mean, I enjoy the multiplayer as far as the next person, but I don't stick around for the multiplayer usually. I just, you know, like to play with friends here and there, but I want my game, you know, my campaign to be super, super solid and interesting and just to make me want to play and come back to the game, because that is the quality that is rare in games. A lot of games now feel really, really generic, whereas some other games, you know, some more classical games and the Space Marine game originally just feels like you want to continue, want to see what is the next thing that you're gonna face or how the next level is going to look like. All of those things are just really, really cool, and it builds up this drive within you to keep going and keep going. So that's what I'm looking for as a player. And then the other things with the multiplayer to me are very, very good additions to any game, really. They just could be there, and I'm going to be having fun playing with other players, against other players, Chaos Marines and all of that, and the other modes, and customizing my own Marine. That's gonna be cool, as long as I can unlock things in the game and not have to actually pay for them with real money, because I'm not going to do that, no matter how cool cosmetics they have. If I can earn it, I can. If I can't earn it, I'm just not gonna buy it. So there's that. I'm not going to spend that much time in any game But I'm going to try everything in this game, and you're going to see live how all the modes are if you have not yet, of course, made a decision. So this game is coming September 9th, which is actually not that long from now. We have 1 month and like around 2 weeks till then, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, one whole July and then the beginning basically of August. Sorry, I totally got confused. So yeah, we have the whole July plus 1 week from June, plus 3 days from June. And yeah, and then we have, yeah, never mind. That's okay. So let's say we kind of have 2 months away, but still, it's rather soon, considering that we were supposed to get this game at the beginning of the year somewhere, and then it got delayed so it can be polished. Hopefully they did polish it, because why the heck we have been waiting for this whole time. You know, so I'm going to play Bolt Gun as soon as possible, continue playing the DLC with my friend Logan, which is going to be super fun, and it's actually really a legit very fun game. If you have not seen the stream, it was like 2 days ago. And I just have to get him here and we can continue DLC, because it's, yeah, it's amazingly fun for a game that's all pixels. But really, I mean, I just love modern graphics, guys, but the game is solid fun. It's worth playing. It's worth the cost of it. It's just so classic. It's amazing, so fast paced. So just watching your comments real quick. I miss hack and slash games like this, but I won't buy any GW products. Awesome, so hype. Well, I understand you, Pat. You know, from one hand, you don't want to support GW. That's why I'm waiting for the studio to give me the game, hopefully, if they are so kind to do that. And from the other, I mean, the studio itself are not GW, and they're also worked very, very hard on this game. So it's kind of not fair, you know, when you think about them. But then again, of course, nobody is obligated to give their money to anyone. So I mean, with that being said, if the game is really good, at least you will know if it's really good. I'm gonna let you know. Sid says, I'm skipping it. It's GW product, and one of the plot writers is, yeah, I know. Propagandist, yes. It was about Space Marine 2. I know, that is why I'm wondering if they can somehow keep their real life ideology from this precious game, because if they can't, they're screwing with the whole universe, with the game and with the fans. So I hope that GW are not that dumb, at least not that obvious, openly, I mean, open extent of it. I don't know how else to say it, guys, but yeah, that's what I really want to check out, and that is what really it worries me, because I know that the gameplay is going to be good. There's some mechanics from the previous game, like when you finish someone with a cool move, you actually get healed. All those things that really worked in the previous games are going to be there. Some other jumps and stuff like that are super badass. So those things are there. I mean, it's not exactly, I mean, if this game is good or around and there's like something really dumb in the middle of it, just it has to be judged case by case basis, because you know, when we have some of the books, some of the Warhammer books, and the whole book, let's say, is not good at all, and then you have this extremely stupid woke moment that is out of nowhere, out of context, I mean, it's really pushed and shoved there, then you can really say, oh my gosh, yeah, the whole thing, the whole product is trash, and this moment makes it even worse. But if the game is like super good and there's like one little thing somewhere, I mean, that's like the, I don't know what case scenario, maybe not the best case scenario. The best case scenario, of course, is going to be if none of this crap modern stuff are in the game. But if mostly the game is good, then we can say, well, at least the game is good. But if something is screwed in the story and the Space Marines are made to be less masculine, less manly in some kind of a way, that's gonna be just totally not Warhammer and not what Space Marines are. So yeah, that's the main concern. Now, you know, right now everything looks like they're who they're supposed to be, but we'll see, guys, we'll see. I have learned throughout the years on YouTube and in general to just not judge anything before I actually experience it myself, because people have ton of different opinions. And when I started this whole journey with learning about Warhammer and the lore and everything else, I did saw a lot of oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. So I did hear a lot of interpretations from other people that were not correct. So really, we all have to check things for ourselves, and it's literally my job to do that anyway. So I'm gonna check it, let you know. Is this something, I mean, is there something really bad woke here that is not Warhammer, or there isn't actually? Hopefully there isn't actually, because if you have any ideologies and you working on something, you're hired to do a job, you're supposed to do that job, and your ideologies does not have anything to do with this job. So for example, I like coffee or something, and I'm going to put coffee on every freaking table on the spaceship where we are supposed to be going. I mean, that what is that? I mean, that's totally stupid and ridiculous, you know. It does not fit there. It's not supposed to be there. Why I even going to do this, you know? It's dumb. Just don't freaking do it. But yeah, we know that they're just gonna do it because they want to oppose their views on everything and anything, and it just doesn't matter the voice of reason in any case. You don't know if you're going to get the game. Omnisci, hi to you. Hello to Go For It Painting. Sid says there's still a lot of older games to play, and as far as 40k games, there's this great mod for Arma 3. Yeah, Sid, but here's the thing. I mean, for me as a player, at least for me, I'm not really into strategy games. I mean, I did play Battle Sector to a point. I got stuck somewhere. I couldn't kill like the Tyrannid Lord or something like that. Oh my gosh. I enjoy these games. I do. Although I'm not really a strategy person, I do enjoy the Warhammer Fantasy side with Warhammer Total War Warhammer 3. But these games cannot give me the complete, the complete satisfaction of a gamer, which to me is a third-person action-packed game, AAA kind of a game. You know, that's what I want, literally. So that is exactly why I'm most excited for Space Marine 2, and that's why I'm mostly hoping that it's not going to be ruined in any kind of a modern way, shape, or form. So it's not like I can replace this experience with any of the other 40k games. The closest thing to this new game, Space Marine 2, is Space Marine 1, which is why I also want to experience it again. And my friend Logan has not played it, so he is very excited about it to share this with me. Should I just wait for what the reviews say? Well, Omniscia, yeah, I mean, why not wait? I mean, you can't lose copies of the game. You can't be like, oh my god, the game is out, and they're now no more copies of the game. We all know that we live in a modern world. We don't need to get a physical copy if we don't want to, of course. We don't need to get the key right now because they're not going to be out at all. So you're not missing anything by not pre-ordering the game. So who cares? Just wait, and that's it. I mean, we waited a lot, right? I mean, I only waited about 3 years, but other people waited more than 10 years for this game. So here you go. I really like the first Space Marine. Captain Titus was an awesome character. Yeah, and he still looks like that he is. Yeah, I get that. That was one of the reasons I was hyped for Dark Tide. Yeah, I also play that. An FPS game where you play as an Imperial Guardsman. Yeah, but also as other things, not only Imperial Guardsman. Hell yeah, but then the atrocious release happened. Yes, I know, I was there. The game was very hard to play. It was a mess, really. Yeah, so I would recommend, if you want to play anything, I mean, really, Warhammer Boltgun, it's amazing. So it does not have the types of realistic graphics like Space Marine 2, but you get the first person game that is super fun in any way that you can imagine. Really classic, truly. So I would say from all of that, I mean, all of those games that we mentioned, Boltgun is the only one that is single player. It has great DLC that just costs $5 or something, and it's solid. That's what I want to have. And I would think the only game that is closer to something like the experience that we are going to have with Space Marine 2, at least on the multiplayer side, is going to be Helldivers 2, which I also have, and I have not yet streamed it here, but I will as soon as possible. So yeah, Helldivers reminds me of Warhammer in some ways, because we do actually get to fight creatures that are super similar to the Tyranids, and they're called something like the Tyranids, like Tyrannid, not Tyranids, like something T. It was something very, just, I don't remember what exactly was it, but yeah. And of course we fight other like robots and stuff like that, but it's fun. It's really fun, and it's not very easy at all. So there you go. I just recommend Boltgun when it comes to like purely Warhammer games. So that is it, guys. We'll see. We're going to see, and I'm gonna be here, and we're going to just check things from first hand. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like to support me, you can check the links down below, and we'll see each other very, very soon. Bye, guys.